Good morning students. In the last lecture we learned about the induction and energy transfer. Today we are going to discuss a very important concept of eddy current and as well as the concept of self induction. So first of all we see what do you mean by eddy currents. Okay, so suppose a conductor is placed inside a magnetic field. This magnetic field is inside the magnet or inside the blackboard in the inward direction. So, when this metal plate is kept inside a magnetic field and we move in or out the metal plate, or we can change the magnetic field, or we can change both magnetic field as well as we move this metal conductor, then an EMF induced in the metal. An EMF is induced in a metal. According to the Faraday's law, whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux, then there must be an EMF induced in the coil. In this case, there is a metal conductor which is placed inside the magnetic field and we are moving in and out in the magnetic field. Therefore, some EMF is induced in the metal plate, and due to this induced EMF, the electrons in the metal plate or the metal conductor are revolved in a circular orbit. The electrons inside the metal plate, they are revolved in a circular orbit, and due to which an induced current is produced, inside this metal plate, which is like a eddy in a water. Such type of current is known as an eddy current. So, what do you mean by eddy current? When we move the metal conductor plate in or out of a magnetic field, the EMF is induced in the metal plate. Due to this induction of EMF, the electrons in the metal plate revolve in a circular motion, due to which a current is developed inside this metal, and such current is called as a induced current, or it is also called as a eddy current. Now, this eddy current is nothing but it is the transfer of mechanical energy into heat, because whenever there is a motion of this metal plate, there is some mechanical work is to be done, and when this mechanical work is done, some current is induced in the metal plate, and due to this current, this metal plate get heated. So, the more is the EMF induced, or more the change in the magnetic field, more will be the eddy current is produced in the metal plate, and due to which the current, or due to which the metal plate get heated. Okay, so what is the eddy current? This eddy current is nothing but it is the current which is responsible for the transfer of mechanical energy into heat. And the very simple example of this eddy current is the motion of a simple pendulum. When a pendulum is moving in between the two opposite poles of a magnet, then it performs a simple harmonic motion in which there is a mechanical work done, and this mechanical work done is turned out in the form of energy, or in the form of heat, which get dissipated into the surrounding. So, such type of currents which are developed due to the motion of a metal plate inside such a magnetic field is called as the eddy current, or it is also called as the Foucault current, as it is discovered by the scientist named Foucault. Okay, so this is all about the eddy current. So how eddy current can be minimized? There are some advantages of the eddy current as well as some disadvantages of the eddy currents. Okay, the eddy current can be minimized by discontinuity in the structure of the material. If there is a continuity in the structure of the material, the number of, or the amount of eddy current developed inside the metal is large in magnitude, but if it is connected or it is made up of discontinued structure, then the eddy current will not develop in a small magnitude. Therefore, we can minimize this eddy current by discontinuity in the structure of the metal conductors. Okay, so this is all about the eddy currents. Now we are moving towards the very important concept of self-induction. So what is self-induction? We know that whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux associated with the coil, there is an EMF induced in the coil. In the coil, what happens? An EMF is induced. But what is self-induction? So to explain this phenomena of self-induction, we need a very simple diagram which consists of an inductor, a coil of inductance L, and this inductance is connected across a rheostat, that is the variable resistance. This is the battery and key. Okay, so this is rheostat, this is battery B, and this is the key K. This is the inductance coil having inductance is equal to L. So to find out the or to describe the concept of self-induction. Self-induction is a phenomena in which there is a production of induced EMF. What is self-induction? Self-induction means it is the production of induced EMF due to what? Due to the change in magnetic flux associated with same coil. So this phenomena is called as the self-induction. What self-induction says? It says that it is nothing but the production of induced EMF due to the change in the magnetic flux associated with the same coil. Consider here a coil having inductance L. So whenever the key is closed, a current is passed through this circuit or through this coil. Therefore, the magnetic flux develop, and due to this magnetic flux there is an induced EMF produced in the coil. As the value of this current changes, the value of the magnetic flux also changes, and due to which the induced EMF also get changes. So all the happening due to a single coil. It is happening only due to a single coil, so it is called as a self-induction. What is self-induction? It is the production of induced EMF due to change in the magnetic flux associated with the same coil. What happens when this key is closed? Current is passing through the coil, due to which some magnetic flux is associated with the coil, and due to which an EMF induced in the circuit. Then when this current gate changes, then the magnetic flux also changes, and due to this change in the magnetic flux, the induced EMF also get changes. So whenever there is a change in the current, there is a change in the magnetic flux, and due to which there is a change in the induced EMF. So all this happening is due to a single coil. So such type of induction is called as a self-induction. So such type of induction is called as a self-induction. Now we know that the magnetic flux associated with this coil L is totally depend upon the magnitude of current passing through the coil. As the current increases, the magnetic flux with this coil also increases, due to which the induced EMF also increases. As the value of current decreases, the induced EMF also decreases. So we can say that the magnetic flux associated with this coil is depend upon the magnitude of current. So we can write this phi, magnetic flux is proportional to the amount of current passing through the coil. Now this phi is equal to L multiplied by I, where this L is the constant of proportionality, which is known as the coefficient of self induction. It is called as the coefficient of self induction. So what is L is equal to? This L is equal to phi divided by I. So we can say that, or we can define this coefficient of self induction as it is the ratio of the magnetic flux associated with the coil when a current I is passed through it. So this is the amount of induction or amount of coefficient of self induction produced inside the coil. Now we know that if phi is equal to Li, then what amount of EMF induced in a coil? We know according to Faraday's law, E is equal to d phi by dt. It is equal to d phi by dt. Okay. Now what is phi is equal to? This phi is equal to L multiplied by I. So we can write this E is equal to minus d dt of L into I. But as L is a constant, so we taken out, so minus L into d dt of I. So this is the EMF. So we can also write this L is equal to E upon di upon dt. So this negative sign is omitted because we are dealing with the magnitude of this self induction. So this L is equal to E upon di by dt. So what is the SI unit of this self induction, coefficient of self induction? So the unit is volt upon ampere per second, or we can also write this volt second per ampere, which is given a single name after the scientist Henry. So it is also called as Henry, which is denoted by a letter capital H. So this is the SI unit of this coefficient of self induction. Now as we know, this self induction L is equal to coefficient of self induction L is equal to E upon di by dt. So if I keep this di by dt is equal to 1, is equal to 1. What is 1? This is 1 ampere per second. What is this? This is nothing but the rate of change of current with respect to time. So we can say that if di by dt is equal to 1 ampere per second, then this L is equal to E. So how we can define the coefficient of self induction? The coefficient of self induction is defined as the EMF or the induced EMF produced in the coil when the change in current takes place at the rate of 1 ampere per second. Means within a 1 second, if the current is changing by 1 ampere, then the induced EMF produced in that coil is nothing but the coefficient of self induction. So this is the definition of self induction. L is equal to E only when the rate of change of current is equal to 1 ampere per second. So today we discuss about the eddy current, which are responsible for the conversion of mechanical energy into heat, and which can be used in a various applications in the industry, as well as we see about the self induction. What is self induction? All is happening due to the change in a single coil. So in this way today we discuss about the eddy current and self induction. In the next lecture we are going to discuss the power generated in a self inductor circuit. So this is enough for today. Have a good day. Bye.